Hey everyone, my name is Tasha Andres. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'll be guiding you through a series of poses to stretch the entire body. So we're just going to start by finding a comfortable position, Sukhasana, easy pose, sitting in a chair, whatever works for you. Just find that position and get settled. And then we're going to flip our palms over on our lap. We're going to bring our index finger to our thumb in Gyan Mudra, and then close your eyes down as we begin to connect to the breath and the body. Taking deep breaths in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Filling the lungs completely and extending the abdomen with the breath. So ideally, you're not wanting your shoulders to lift as you breathe. You're wanting your abdomen to extend out. That way you know you're feeling the base of your lungs, and that's pushing your diaphragm down and your belly out. So let's take a couple of more breaths here. Sitting very tall, pulling up through the crown of the head. Tucking your chin slightly, leading with your heart, and roll your hips back just a little bit so that you're on your sit bones. And we're going to start to stretch our wrists and hands. So we'll begin with our right hand. We're going to put the palm away from our body, fingers pointing up, and then gently push in with your left hand. So you're not applying a lot of pressure here. This is just a slight pressure to open the joint space. Remembering to breathe. You could even close your eyes back down. And then you're going to flip your hand over, fingers pointing down toward the ground, and then pressing on the top part of your hand. So both extending and flexing the wrist. Switching hands, pushing back with the right hand now. And then flipping the hand over and pressing in. So our wrists hold a lot of weight. They hold the weight of our body in some postures, so we just really need to make sure that they're ready to hold that weight. All right, let's start to move the wrists in a circle, rotating the wrists all the way around and then in the other direction as well. Remembering to breathe, big, long, deep breaths. Palms will come down to the floor. You're going to roll the hands away from the body, stretching the fascia in the palms and opening the joint spaces in the fingers. Okay, now that our wrists and hands are stretched, we're going to concentrate on our neck space now. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your chin to chest. Inhaling as you rotate up toward the right, and exhale as you bring your head down to the left. So you're rotating your head to the right. And this doesn't need to be a large circle. It can just be a small circle, as we don't want to hyperextend our neck in any way. And then rotate it the other direction. So our neck also holds a lot of weight, carrying our heads around all day. So we do need to focus on our necks. And then we're going to look to the left, breathe in, look to the right, breathe out. Look up, breathe in. Look down, breathe out. Okay, take a deep breath in. Hold your breath. And breathe. We're going to do a few warm-up exercises for the spine now. First exercise is called soupy grind. So we're going to push the chest forward, breathing in, lean to the right. Exhale, cave the chest back and move to the left. So you're moving in a large circle to the right. And you can close your eyes back down if that feels good. Moving at your own pace here. If you want to go faster, you can. So we're just warming up the spine, starting to get the energy moving through the body. This is also really good for massaging the internal organs. And now we're going to go to the left. Remembering to breathe in as you move forward and out as you move back. We're also starting to open the hip space here. And slowly make your way back up to center, taking a deep breath in and hold your breath. And relax, breathing out. Moving into spinal flex. Hands come to your ankles, so you're holding here. We're doing the same concept here. Instead of going in a circle, we're just going to go forward and backwards. So breathing in and then exhaling as you move back. So I'm going to turn to the right here and just show you a side view. Breathing in, breathing out. And you can use a sniff and throw breath here. So sniffing in quickly as you come forward and exhaling quickly as though you're blowing your nose. So very quickly and forcefully out. So you're wanting to keep your pelvis semi-stationary and mainly just focus on the upper spine here, so the thoracic spine. And as the name implies, this is very good for maintaining flexibility of the spine, keeping the spine very young. Okay, take a breath in, sit straight up, hold your breath, and breathe and relax. I'm going to turn back to face you. Let's switch our legs now, bringing the other leg in front. And we're going to breathe in, stretch the arms overhead, and then exhale as you bend forward, pulling forward through the fingers and the hands. Also bringing your forehead as close to the floor as you can. If you can only come here, that's just fine. Go to the extent that you can and that is comfortable for you. Take some deep breaths here, expanding the rib cage, the intercostal muscles. This really helps us to take deeper breaths. Breathe in, and then walk your hands over to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Inhale as you bring your arms over to the right side of the body. Exhale, reaching to the right side now. Inhale, walk your hands back to the middle. Exhale as you walk your hands back to the body and into a seated position. We're going to inhale, interlace the fingers. Exhale as you push the palms and the arms away from the body. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale the right arm behind the head. Inhale again overhead. Exhale the left hand arm behind the body. Inhale both arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms back out in front. And then exhale or inhale back up. Exhale as you drop the left hand to the mat. Flip your right hand over as you reach overhead, extending to the left side of the body. So your left hand's going to be flat on the mat, bringing your forearm as close to the mat as you can. Taking deep breaths here, perhaps looking up if that feels good. You can even look down at the ground, or you can move in between these two positions, stretching the neck in all directions. So we're going to move in windmill fashion over to the other side of the body. Breathing in as you come up and exhaling as you reach overhead on the right side of the body. Really getting a good stretch in the left side body here, the side and the back, and opening the hips. Breathing in, coming back up, and exhaling again to the left side. Inhaling up, and one more time to the right side. Inhale up, arms parallel to the floor. We're going to exhale as we twist to the right hand on the left knee, and then you're going to gaze over your left shoulder. Left hand is behind the back and fingers are pointed away from the body. And then sit as tall as you can, pulling up through the crown of the head, and perhaps twisting just a little more with each out breath. Breathe in, come back to center. Now moving to the right. Right hand behind the body, left hand on the right knee. Remembering to pull up through the crown of the head and twist just a little more with each exhalation if you can. Breathing in, slowly coming back to center. Exhale as you lower your hands to your lap. And then we are going to turn to the right, sitting on our heels, our lower legs. And you can place a blanket underneath here if you need to. So we're going to practice a breathing technique called breath of fire. This is a very rapid, rhythmic in and out breath through the nose. So your inhale is passive and your exhale is active. So you're going to be primarily paying attention to your exhalation. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate, and then you can join in when you're ready. Here we go. Keep going. We'll do that for 1 more minute. So this breathing technique is very good for the immune system, for building fire and warmth in the body, and for also exercising the lungs and bringing that healing oxygen into the lungs. So keep going for just a minute more. Breathe in, take a deep breath in, hold your breath. And as you exhale, we're going to come into pigeon pose, bringing the left leg straight behind, right leg is bent in front. Hands are on either side of the knee. And bringing your pelvis down as close to the mat as you can. If this is too much for your knee, there are some modifications. So you can come into a lower lunge here, or even a high lunge. So bringing the arms on either side of the head, palms facing each other. But if you are in pigeon pose, you're going to push up through the hands, the fingertips. Or you can take a deep breath in and bend over the right knee, bringing your head to the mat. Or you can also bring your right hand in a fist and left hand surrounding the right hand and use that as a prop under your forehead. So we're just going to rest in this position for a moment, really letting the body relax, letting any worries fall down into the mat, taking deep breaths, resting the facial muscles, unclenching the jaws, letting the shoulders fall away from the ears. All right, let's slowly bring our hands back down to the mat. Breathing in and pushing back up. And then we are going to exhale as we come to a wide leg straddle. Feet are going to be flexed up toward the head. And then we're going to take a breath in and bend over the right side of the body, the right leg. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you bend over the left side of the body. So this is called alternating life nerve stretch. Really stretching the hamstrings or the back of the upper leg. Also, we are wanting to keep our spine straight, pulling up through the crown, tucking the chin, And you're leading with your heart, not your head. So you're not bringing your head down, you're bringing your heart to your leg here. And you're implementing that sniff and throw breath again. So sniffing in, throwing the breath out like you're blowing your nose. But if that doesn't work for you, just move at your own pace, listen to your body, and do what your body is needing. Take a breath in, sit up straight, hold your breath. And as you exhale, we're going to move into pigeon on the left side of the body. So right leg straight behind, pelvis is square to your left knee. And again, you can use those modifications I showed you earlier. You can push up through the fingers here, lengthening the spine. Or you can take a deep breath in, exhale as you collapse over your left knee. And again, just letting everything rest here as much as you can. Really letting everything fall away into the mat. All stress, all worries, anything you might have come to this class with today that is not serving you. Just let that all go right now. Okay, taking a breath in, pushing up through the fingers. And when we exhale, we're going to bring our left knee right under our left hip. So hips are directly underneath, directly over the knees. Wrists are directly in line with shoulders. And we're going to move into an exercise, a posture called cat-cow. So right now we're in tabletop. To move into cat, we're going to look up, breathe in, and collapse the spine down to the mat. And when you exhale, you're going to round the back up toward the ceiling and bring your chin to chest. And continue to do that, moving at your own pace. You can go faster and use that sniff and throw breath we had discussed earlier. I'm going to go ahead and shed a layer of clothing. I was cold before, but now I am hot. Okay. Another really good pose for flexibility of the spine. This also opens the chest muscles. Okay, look up, breathe in, hold your breath here. And as you breathe out, round your toes under, bring your hands forward slightly, and push your pelvis up toward the ceiling. Coming into downward dog here. So you're wanting to drop your shoulders away from your ears. Drop your head just a little bit, and neck, relaxing that. pushing down through all corners of your hands. So you want your shoulders, neck, head, and arms all in a line here. We're also pulling down through the heels into the mat and bending the legs slightly if you need to. Otherwise, they would be straight, or you can even pedal them out a little. And just resting into this position for 1 minute. Deep breaths. Inhale, come to plank, flat back. Exhale as you bring the knees down to the mat and sit back on your heels in Balasana or Child's Pose. Reaching forward with your fingers, bringing your head to the mat if you can. If this is too much for you, you can keep your body in tabletop and then just look over each shoulder this way, alternating left and right. Otherwise, if you are in Child's Pose, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths here. And we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to inhale, then bring the left arm underneath the right arm, palm facing up, and then twist the spine to look and gaze out underneath the right arm. So really getting a nice twist in all segments of the spine, cervical, thoracic, and lumbar. These spinal twists are so good for our spine. Breathe in, push the right hand into the mat. Exhale as you move to the left, bringing the right arm under the left arm. We're also getting a really good stretch in the shoulder joint. We're going to push in and down through the left palm, breathing in as we come up. Exhale as you walk the hands back to your body, and then slowly come onto your bottom, bringing your legs out straight in front. Feet are flexed up towards you, and we are going to breathe in, then bend over our legs. If you can only bend just a little bit, that's just fine. Every little bit will benefit you, so just do what you can. And again, keeping the spine as straight as possible, tucking the chin a little bit and leading with your heart, not your head. And we're going to move into a rowing motion. So breathing in and then leaning back as you exhale. In, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, we're going to breathe in, sit tall. Hold your breath. And as you exhale, slowly come to a lying position. Your legs are bent. Soles of the feet are on the mat. Palms are facing down for support. And we are going to breathe in and bring our pelvis up. So here we go. Breathe in. Push the pelvis up toward the ceiling. If you need to walk your feet back a little bit, that's fine. Coming into bridge pose. Deep breaths here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the pelvis down slowly to the ground. We're going to keep the left knee bent, breathing the right knee into the chest, hugging the right knee into the chest. Exhale, let it lower down to the side a little bit. Let's flex that foot up. And then we're going to come into a half happy baby. So take a breath in as you grasp hold of the inside of your foot, bringing the sole of the foot up toward the ceiling. If you're not able to grab your foot, you can grab your ankle. You can grab anywhere on here that you need to. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring that leg down. Keep it hugged into the chest. Lower the left leg, and let's exhale the right knee over the body. And then reach back with the right arm, twisting, coming to a twist. Breathe in, bring the knee back to center. Exhale it to touch the mat while we do the same with the other side. Inhaling the left knee into the chest, flexing the foot up. Exhale as you rotate the leg out toward the side, using your right hand as support. And then inhaling as you bring your leg up into a half baby on the left side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale that leg down. Bringing the right leg down and then the left leg across the body. Reaching back with the left hand and gazing back at that left hand. Inhale. Inhale that knee back to center. Exhale as you drop it down to the ground. And let's go ahead and just bring both knees in really quick here, pulling them, hugging them both into the body. Maybe wiggling just a little bit, massaging those kidneys in the back. We can even move our knees around in a circle to massage the intestines, really good for digestion. And then moving them in the other direction. And then we are going to lay in Shavasana or corpse pose. And that's the easiest pose of them all. So let's go ahead and just relax our legs down. And lay in our comfortable corpse pose here. Hands up toward the ceiling, allowing the hands and the fingers to relax. Allowing the legs to fall out to the side. Allowing the whole body to just let go and relax right now. So we'll spend a couple of minutes here, but when you are at home practicing, you can extend this time for as long as you need to. Really just allowing yourself to be present, thanking yourself for showing up today for yourself. Now just start to wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back into the body. And if you can, keep your eyes closed as we slowly come back up to a seated position. Coming back to Sukhasana, easy pose, or back up into your chair. And we're going to rub the palms of the hands together, waking up the nerve endings there. We're going to take 3 long deep breaths in, bringing the hands into prayer position, pulling the thumbs into the chest. We're going to breathe in, breathing in love, breathing in peace, breathing in joy, wishing you peace, love, and joy. You can open your eyes slowly now. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day.